Live. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2.
Some of it makes it. Some of it makes it because it's funny. Come on, I feel like you're.
So tell us about that in the neighborhood. How was it for you?
The theme song has played.
That was the theme song. Okay.
We gotta get a bigger mic, bro.
Or if we had one of those stands.
Well, she said, step your equipment up.
Well,
Damn.
my equipment. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
So I'm gonna say what my.
First of all, that is him holding it right there to his mouth.
All right, baby. Now you gotta hold it.
We from New York.
Exactly.
Wow.
Introduce us. Okay.
Hey, yo.
Me.
What's up, everybody, man? This is your boy, Mr. B, aka Ozzy the Lion. This is the beautiful Miss Honey, and tonight we have a special guest in the building with us. Our girl, known as Kamaala, aka Killer Kim Harlem,
AKA Vitamin K all day, baby.
aka Vitamin K all day. Get your vitamins up, bro. You feel me? Like, if you don't got vitamin K, you lacking right now. You heard?
You're lacking. You need some vitamin K in your life.
So I know we're a little late with our episode, but she was coming to town, so we waited for her because we're gonna have a great episode tonight. We're gonna be talking about, parenting and managing children. You have people? Do you have people? Do you have like little people? Did you create your own people? We have people. Both of us. We have people. She has a person, and we have people. So it's about, tonight we're gonna be discussing just maintaining your life as a parent, your personal life, you know, when you want to go outside and just be outside, and also when you're in a marriage and maintaining that personal space with having, you know, kids calling you and needing food and being itchy, you know, all that other stuff. But before we go further, make sure you go over to our YouTube channel, subscribe to that channel, hit the bell, so you know, so do that so that when we go live or when we put up an episode, you get notified. Also go over to our Instagram, follow us. If you're not following us at the Honey and the Bee Pod, just Honey and the Bee Pod,
that was cute.
You ain't doing something right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so without further ado, baby, we ready, right? We ready?
You did all that introduction. I'm pretty sure we're ready. At this point.
I'm just saying. I mean, the mic is mad small, bro. Like, I don't know. Is it? Are you being heard? Are y'all?
I think so. I think I'm being heard. Either way, y'all can just comment below.
I could just clip it like right here. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. Yeah, maybe it could work.
Just clipping it.
And
right.
then nobody hears anything
right,
on this podcast.
Nothing's being said.
Be mad.
So, let's get. Maybe you want to say something to the people, like.
No, let's get started, bro. Like,
we been started. What you talking about?
Jumping into the topic.
Y'all want me to come back?
Nah, you good, bro.
Why?
So, Cam from New York, you know, tell the people a little bit about you. Those, you know, I don't want to
put me on the spot like that.
I mean, you know.
Well, my name is Kamaala Emmanuel. I am from the island of St. Lucia, but I was and been a Brooklynite for many, many, many years. So I rep New York, Brooklyn, New York, to be specific.
Why?
Because you gotta say where you rep.
Guyana, like you just want to be like,
yeah,
I'm from Brooklyn. Like, bro, you know you from South America, bro.
Hold on, pause. How old were you when you?
I was 11, turning 12.
All right, I was 6. She was a grown woman, basically.
Whoa, no, I wasn't.
Wow.
I was 6 when I came up here. But all I know is Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, born in Guyana, from Brooklyn.
I hear you talk about certain places in Guyana, and I'm like,
well, like Agricola, like Agricola, Rose Hall.
What?
Right. See, he knows way more than the average should. So
I'm just saying, because I hear my parents talk about these places.
okay.
Anyway, we back to from Kamaala here. So you came over here when you was 11. Okay. All right. So you've been living in New York, doing your thing. Tell the people what you do too. I'm not talking about what you do for work, because that's whatever. But what you really do. You feel what I'm saying?
I got a 9 to 5.
I mean, yeah, but that.
However, I am a singer,
Mm-hmm.
songwriter, just a creative, I like to say. And that's what I do when I'm not at my 9 to 5.
And
Sing us a little something.
Nah.
Ooh, girl, no. No, ma'am.
Don't worry. And her.
Don't shout hate when they always ask the singer, like, yeah, you sing? I sing something right now. No. Next time somebody asks me that, I'm going to be like,
I thought you had a
how
rebuttal.
much?
I'll probably have a song that she should sing.
All right. Anyway, if y'all want to follow the beautiful Kamaala here, her Instagram handle will be about right here.
Killer Cam.
Right. So we're gonna be talking today about these little people that we created and how to manage life basically with them. But I'm pretty sure this episode seems like it's gonna be going from the right lane to the left lane, then back off to the shoulder. So y'all just be ready, because I feel like this episode is gonna go all over the place, which is perfectly fine, because I'll make sure that it's edited to stay on track. All right. So you currently right now are not dating anybody. All right, she took way too long to answer that. So I don't know if I'm asking.
I don't know, because everyone, if you go on a couple dates with somebody, you're dating them.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess I'm dating someone.
All right, cool. Now, the aspect of let's look back at like all the times you've been on dates or been trying to date.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to dealing with your daughter, how has that been, like, managing dealing with, like, getting time to kind of like do you but still being a mom at the same time?
Oh, there's so many different scenarios, because there's a scenario where I had like consistent help. One of her grandmothers were like, she's like mom number 2. Like she's that good. So when I had that help consistently, it was nothing but a thing. And it was just like, but mommy is good, you're good. So, I definitely never had guilt with taking mommy time. And, securing our lives, because my emotional well-being can affect her indirectly in ways that I don't even know. So if I'm like, not connecting or not, dating and just putting myself out there again for the possibility of finding love, I gotta make that time to invest in that.
Right.
Another scenario would be when I don't have that much help and, I'm mostly with her. There are times where I think like, some of my people are out having fun right now and I'm home. But there's another side to that, and I'm like content and super happy, like just being home and resting, because I also work a lot and I pretty much work 7 days a week. Like I work my 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and I sing on the weekends, both days sometimes.
I noticed that. Like you be going hard.
Yeah.
Like,
so
when I hit you up sometimes, it's like, yeah, I'm at this gig or I'm on my way to this gig. And I'm like,
right. So, but that still gives me the appreciation when I'm home just with her, and I'm not going on a date or I'm not doing something with my friends, because that's one of the things. Success to me as a parent would be having that good balance between work and spending time with my kid and nurturing, because, we send them off to school. There's somebody else who's doing that for a couple hours. So it's just kind of my concern that I want to be the biggest influence in your life, especially in these early stages.
Yeah.
You can learn more later. You can do you can learn as much as you want, but I just want to kind of be that first.
Yeah,
you know,
the first line.
Yeah.
You get lost easily. Like kids get lost easily. And like the elementary, because that's when their brains are even more like trying to like pack on so much and learn so much and be grown. And then by the time junior high and high school, you're like, who is this kid? Like, I don't even know you.
No, that's definitely facts. The thing that I notice about like kind of switching over to like the married side when it comes to handling the time for your kids, it's like you have to manage. It's like being a good manager. Parenting is about being a good manager. Like you can kind of tell like if you can't manage your kids, don't be a manager in like real life. You know what I'm saying? Like because you have to manage their time, you have to manage their personalities, you have to manage their emotions, like if they feel it, because a lot of times, you know, the trauma that has been passed down from, because we all got Caribbean parents, right? And a lot of times, well, I'm talking about the ones that's on the podcast right now.
I'm just saying.
All of us, we have Caribbean parents, and I'm pretty sure that the aspect of the feelings part of it, where it's like you're putting your, like, I'm pretty sure your daughter can tell you how she feels about something and it's received and it's a conversation and you try to manage those feelings. We came from the era of you ain't allowed to feel nothing. Like you do as I say, and it don't matter about your feelings. Now our kids, they have an opportunity to actually come and say, well, you know, our 3-year-old literally can express any emotion that she's having. Like she's
so smart.
She can come and say, Daddy, I'm angry. Why are you angry? I'm angry because you didn't help me do XYZ. And it's like, now I'm sitting here thinking like, what did I?
Because you're not talking to me or something. I'm like, what?
Like the other day in the supermarket, people are saying hi to her. She's in the cart. We're pushing the cart. People are saying hi to her. And she's like, Daddy, I don't want to say hi to the people. And I'm like, why don't you want to say hi to the people? She was like, because I only want to say hi to the families. And I'm like, so you don't want to talk to people that don't have their families?
Wow, that's
she was like,
deep.
yeah, I only want to talk to the families. And I'm like, got it. And she's 3, y'all. She's 3, and she already knows that she doesn't want to talk to anybody that's not a family. You know what I mean?
Respect it.
What's a family? Like you have to see
like,
mommy, daddy, baby.
Yeah,
baby.
mommy, daddy, babies working together. The cluster of people.
Wow.
That's who she wants to talk to. But jumping back into, you know,
the dating aspect,
right? What would you have to, like, what kind of advice, if you have any, can you give to that single mom that's out there kind of still struggling to figure out how to balance time for herself, time for maybe if she has a significant, well, I said she was single,
yes,
well, for her kids.
so, time for, let's say if she's dating, but she's still a single mom because she's not married or, you know, in something serious. How can she balance time for herself, time for her children, and still have a healthy relationship with someone else?
Well, I don't think there's one set answer to that, only because everyone's circumstance is different.
That's correct.
One of the things I would ask is, what do you want? Some single mothers just want time with their kids, and if they want to date, which is what we're kind of talking about, like you said, it's literally the time management aspect of it and having the desire to do it. If you have the desire to do it, nothing's going to stop you from doing it.
Right.
Whether you leave the kids off with a babysitter or, you know, whatever it is, or you meet right before you got to pick them up from work and you try to, you know, have a moment with the guy. And also, a hard part in that is like sometimes me having to say, well, you know, I got to stay home because I don't have the coverage for my daughter. I'm not embarrassed to say that. And I feel like some people would be. Because it's just like, I'm a mom. This is the reality, and this is what you're gonna be.
This is what you're gonna get.
And unless you're gonna be that help later on, you can't. What am I supposed to do? I let them know from the get, because I'm not fiending, but I'm dating with the hope, like, if it goes great, it goes great. But I'm not thirsty. I'm not trying to find a dad for my daughter. Right. She got a dad.
Right.
I'm trying to find somebody to love me and extend their love to my daughter. Right. You understand? Well, it's a requirement, because you're not going to be coming over here making my daughter feel uncomfortable because she's not here.
Right.
So, yeah.
So I would say, to add on to that, is about being intentional about what you're trying to do. And I think a lot of times our moms, you got something to say?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I wanted to say, because you asked like the advice, and I want all single mothers to know you can look good. I always say presentation is key.
Don't look like a mom.
No, look like a mom. Look like a sexy.
What does that mean, though? This is what I mean.
Sexy ass mama.
This is what I mean, though. There's looking like the sexy mom, right? You know what I'm saying? But then there's looking like, you ever seen those moms where they're outside and then they look like their kids is just getting the best of them?
The stress mom.
They got
gotta start that discipline at home so they don't embarrass you outside.
They wearing the wrong shoes on each foot. They got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they don't have time. Everything is on their shoulders.
Yeah, and it's just like, you gotta be intentional with children. You have to have a program for them. You have to let them know that you're the parent. And I'm like, first of all,
that you have feelings. Remember we were talking about that earlier. Kids don't understand.
Timeouts too. Adults need time out. Like, hey, mommy's going on timeout.
Mommy needs a moment. Yeah, I love you.
I need a
Trust
moment.
me, but I need a moment.
And you know what? I just want to say, shout out to all the single moms that's out there that's doing it. Single dads too, man. Like, because I don't think that we taking that time to just kind of like applaud you guys and applaud us for just adulting, you know, because a lot of times what these young kids don't understand is that adulting gets ghetto at times. Okay,
that's a fact.
Like, adulting is, don't rush. Like, those of you that's like in your teens, mid-teens,
early 20s,
early, and y'all want to be grown. Let me tell you something.
It ain't good over here.
Don't.
Right, I'm trying to hop back. Couple like 10 years, whole decade.
Nah, it's good. It's good. I ain't gonna lie. It's good.
The freedom is good. Like, you're paying your own bills.
It's a lot more bills.
Yeah, it's not just you're paying your little cell phones. You know what I'm saying? Your little Metro card. For those of you that's in New York, you thinking that you're doing something. Nah, bro. When you get to these parts, when you get to these streets, you got rent, mortgage, car note, insurance, insurance for health.
You're stabbing me with everything.
Health internet. Insurance. Don't work from home and then don't have your internet go out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot, but it's worth it. But take your time, enjoy your life.
Be stressing you out,
and then your job is making up stuff on you on the fly, expecting you to understand when y'all just made this up like 2 days ago. But I'm supposed to know this. Like, it's just a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Like you're talking from a personal.
No, like he's going in. I said, all right.
I'm just using people's examples. Like, I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I'm just like.
Right.
So shout out to the single moms out there that's doing it, the single dads that's doing it, because listen, find a community. We were talking about that. Community is very important, single moms and single dads.
That's how you change some of your circumstances.
You cannot
allow people in.
Force yourself. I know sometimes people is like, I got this. I'ma struggle on my own. I'ma figure it out. I'ma be good by myself, or I'ma do bad by myself.
You ain't gonna live long that way.
Listen, that's not the way. It's not the way. You need community.
You need people.
Right here, this is community. You know what I'm saying? Cam flew all the way from New York to come chill with us for the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did we do? What did we do so special in this life to have?
Oh, shut up,
bro. I just lived,
Like,
and then you came home
look-
with some good news.
Look who's in
They
our
are gassing me right now.
look who's in our crib right now,
Like,
bro.
celebrity.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all are.
Busy schedule, like I've noticed. So for her to take time out, I think that's just super dope on her end.
And let me give y'all a little
My
inside
baby with me.
facts. And yeah, let me give y'all an inside story real quick. This commercial break. Cam was about to not come, right? So your boy, I had 2 phones, right? And I was testing out the Galaxy Z Fold because I like it because it was big. You know what I'm saying? Opens up. So me flopping my phone back and forth, she's trying to hit me up to find out like details, right?
Because that's important or not?
It is definitely important.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here. She hits me up finally, I guess, after trying to reach me on my phone. She hits me up on Instagram. She's like, "Yo, bro, this is the PG version. Yo, bro, it just." Yo, bro, like, why you not answering my phone, bro? Like, what's going on? I'm like, what you been hitting me up? I'm flabbergasted. Like, you been hitting me up that much? She was like, yeah. She was like, I'm not coming. I'm like, nah, chill, bro.
Because
like,
where am I going if you're not even picking up my phone? Like, what?
Right.
Like,
just put it like this. I was like, you know what? I'm going back to my iPhone because. Like she almost
no, but why would you not say like, yo, I'm not using this number, hit me on this number for somebody you know is gonna be keeping in contact with you?
But I'm
supposed to be coming to your place, bro.
Did I not do that? I apologize in front of the
you
whole.
You took too long. That's what
America.
I'm saying.
I apologize in front of the whole of America. Okay.
It's okay. I'm here.
Because you here now. You feel what I'm saying? You here. But you know what I'm saying. All right, back to our schedule program though. You know what I'm saying. So now. So, baby, mothering and being a wife. Why you shaking your head? I didn't even get through this. The sentence yet. Like, like she started shaking her head. Like, nah, bro. Like,
don't even ask me that right now because
mothering
that's just
and being a wife. Like, what kind of tips and tricks have you learned over the couple of years that you can give to some of these young people that's coming
Kick
up?
Your husband out.
Right. No, for real. Because, okay, so, I mean, I don't really ask for much, but, you know, like, to have me time, I just ask him, like, yo, babe, I need me time. Okay, that's
why
important.
are you woosah breathing right now?
And you say you don't do what?
I ask you for me time.
You say you don't ask for much?
I don't ask for much.
On like a Tuesday?
Wow.
Or like Thursday?
You just love catering to me, so I mean that's not fair to ask right now.
I mean, I did spoil her, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I used to really do everything by myself.
And I had to be like, yo, stop playing. Like, I'm the like, am I not the man in this relationship, my bro? Like, stop trying to do everying, bro. You feel me?
Independent
like. And that's the thing too though. Like this forces
right.
What?
It took a whole year to really.
But you see, I'm sorry, like some women get put in situations where they have to be strong enough to be able to hold down everything. So then when you put these women in a relationship, it takes
they don't know how to act.
Right. It takes them a while to be like, all right, I'm gonna just sit over here and let you do what you got to do as the man. It takes some time, and I had to kind of tell her a couple times, like, yo, babe, I'm here now, like yeah, like I'm here, like don't gotta, like, yo, like, and it's you don't, and Cam, don't let her be upset. Like at me, she will have all 3 kids in her arms, trying to cook and clean at the same time, and I'm like,
you is a me. Like I could do it.
Yep.
Right. I'm like, yo.
I'll pick up a bed.
Yep.
I would put up I would build a house.
Just to prove a point. Like, move the TV while holding all 3 kids.
Like, I asked you yesterday at 3 a.m. to move this TV.
First of all,
that was 3 days later.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Why are you asking me at 3 a.m. to move a TV?
Because something bad was about to happen. We knew. something was going to happen.
I promise you.
And then 3 days
Do
later,
not ask me to move furniture at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro.
I mean, it was just a hypothetical time.
I felt like you
3 p.m.
Right, is that
all right, yeah.
Oh, all right, but 3 days later, like Jesus, right? You don't do it.
Yes, God.
Well, God, you did it, but you didn't do it.
We in a sermon mode right now, because
like she was talking to Jesus right there, like he was sitting over there, and she's like,
"But you did it though."
So by the time I come down these stairs, and I'm like, he still ain't moved for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And I sent you a reminder in between those days.
Oh, nah, you cooked that.
I am grabbing that thing and showing you the Hulk in me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you will not live it down for a little bit. You got some making up to do. Yeah. And if you let me reach to my destination with that TV in my hand and you didn't come fight it off of me.
Fellas, she's dropping gems. Okay? Like those of you that really feel like you got it and you know about, she dropping gems right now, because that part y'all gonna get on Tuesday. Y'all gonna get that on Tuesday.
Don't let me reach the destination and you watched me walk.
You better take that TV out her hand, fellas. Because that adds more to the insult, to the injuries.
I felt
cold to the fire.
I felt like a similar situation happened in my past life. I don't know, but I
You
feel like right, like one of my exes probably was on that type of time. Like I've been asking him to do something, and then I finally did it myself. Yeah. And then when I asked, like, why didn't you help? But nobody told you to do it by yourself. But bro, I've been asked you though.
It's like, but you got it. You had it. Okay.
Nah, but
so,
yeah. That, I mean, I don't think I've ever.
But I feel traumatized now.
I don't think I ever let you. Like, I think because we do a lot of our projects together though. So, but she,
special case.
Not even, because she goes into like supervisor mode sometimes, and it's like we're doing the project, but it's really me, and it's her just basically.
She's right.
Yeah, she's like,
you need the Allen key, wrap it 2 pieces, and then.
Mind you, I'm holding one board with my leg, the other two like this, trying to screw, and I'm like, bro.
Two Allen key parts out.
Nah, but she does help, but it's just it's funny because it'll be her basically just being on supervisor mode the whole time.
Yeah, I think women do that a lot. Sometimes it's good. It can be a good quality to like help manage the household and run the lifestyle.
We're co-pilots,
right?
No,
but sometimes it could be bad if it's like excessive.
Yeah, because I mean, and that's the thing though, like knowing when to kind of just be like, all right, I'm gonna let you be you. But the thing about it is, you guys are so smart, women, right? Check this out, y'all. Y'all are so smart that y'all know there's gonna be a problem that occurs, that y'all are gonna sit back, knowing that we're gonna come back to you guys for the answer. So you'll be like, all right, I'm gonna let him realize that he can't figure this out on his own, but I'm gonna play the part, as of the supportive wife or supportive husband, and still here we come, we sitting there like, God damn, trying to figure this out real quick, baby, what you think? And we come right back, and y'all basically still are able to help us get to the same destination anyway. But you see, I think that's just being smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, why fight up and want to be in charge when you know like your man's gonna come back to you anyway?
Remember when I built the desk when I was pregnant with Jade?
Oh my God! Can we take another commercial break?
Yeah.
She was like 8 months pregnant, y'all, with our second daughter, and we were living in Minnesota at the time, and I was working at SAP. Yeah, I was working at SAP, and like my day would start at like 7:30, and I would get home at like 4:30. And I ain't gonna lie, like after dealing with people hanging up on you all day, telling you they don't want your services even though they asked for it, I used to come home and just be like, bro, I just want to play the game. Like, just want to jump on the game.
Right.
And one day I came home and the desk, and this is, guys, this wasn't like a little like Fifi desk. This was a corner cubicle desk with the cabinet on top, and it was
mad, baby.
She was, and it was
mad.
It was heavy wood too. It wasn't no little like, you feel me?
Moving it across carpet.
I've been
This
there
girl
and done that.
put the whole desk together at 8 months pregnant.
In the morning.
By the time I came home, she was like, "Look, babe, look what I did." I'm like, I'm looking at her, looking at the desk, looking at her, looking at the desk, looking at her, looking at the desk, like, and I'm like, I'm like, do I even have the authority to be upset right now? Like, but I'm like, babe, I told you, you know, fellas, we can't let it go. You know, I'm like, babe, didn't I tell you, like, why you messing with this? You 8 months pregnant. She was like, I got it.
It would have been done, and her pregnant self wouldn't have had to do.
But she did that though.
Yes, she did. And I'm sure you paid for it.
Did I pay for it?
No, I just laughed at you. Because I'm like, I could do this.
Nah, I don't know. I was shocked, scared. I don't know, all at the same
Maybe
time.
a little hurt too.
Yeah, my pride took a couple chinks. You know what I'm saying? A little chinks in the armor. Yeah, like, cause I'm like, damn, she probably I'm like, don't you need me for this stuff?
But I'm gonna need you now, like, you know, partnership.
Oh, so now we partners.
Yeah, we've been partners, bro.
She's a little bit above you. Supervisor knows
that. Right.
Facts. She's
no, you're the leader.
But she's the supervisor.
Right. Supervisor above the leader.
So, Kim, talk to me about, like.
Didn't you ask me?
Like, yeah, but we did you finish? You didn't finish answering the question.
I don't remember answering.
You did answer.
Oh, I did.
I don't remember neither, to be honest.
Right. I don't remember.
I think we just kept going somewhere else.
All right. You were supposed to. All right. So you're supposed to be answering the question about being a wife and a mother.
Yes.
And a mother. And any tips to any of the women that's in that role and might need. All right.
Community is important, as you stated before. Yeah, I was talking about me time.
Yeah.
You know, I would ask you for that, and also like, I don't know, like, sometimes it's okay to bring kids on dates. Like, we all on a date. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes that has to happen, and that's okay. Sometimes you can even do date night in the house. Kids are asleep. Y'all can hang out, play a game, whatever. Yeah, just do like set up like a nice game night where you ask each other questions, like one of those type of card games, nothing too crazy, but which also builds more intimacy and opens up questions and just different topics that you probably never even thought of to touch base on. And it just opens up that communication dialogue even better in a relationship if you don't really have a good one. And again, like, if you have community, definitely utilize those resources where they're able to watch your kids for you while you and your husband, you know, just have a night out. Because dating in your marriage is important. You gotta always keep dating.
Never stop dating.
Never stop. Always outdo each other. So that's why I can't wait till when we buy a house, because there's so much dope ideas we can have just around the house. You don't gotta spend money all the time. Like, that's true. Just do stuff. It's always cheaper to, you know, stay and that's not to say occasionally you can't go out. Like, definitely splurge too when you can or whatever, or have time to. But if you can't, put the kids to bed. Like, they need to be in bed at a certain time. You don't play that over here, and because I want our time so that before we go to bed, we have a good amount of hours in the evening, and then wake up. We have jobs, go to work, whatever, and again do it all over. Evenings or afternoons, getting the kids ready, and then putting them to bed at a certain time, so that you and hubby or whatever fiancés, I don't know if y'all live together or whatever, yeah, y'all have time. I don't know, everyone's situation is different. They could be like we're engaged and together. I've seen it, so that was us.
Yeah,
that's good.
All you're doing shock up, right?
Right.
But now, on a serious note, like, dope advice from both perspectives. Excuse me. You know, you have to have structure when you're in any kind of relationship when you have kids. And what I mean by structure is like your kid can't be deciding that they're going to bed at 1 a.m. one day, then 9 o'clock. Like no. You develop a structure, and these, even if you have teenagers, it doesn't matter. Like, develop a structure where they go down at a certain time, where you may have time for yourself, time for your significant other, because that's important. Like, too many times we have parents, mostly moms, because the statistic is higher for moms, where they invest and throw so much time into their children that they don't have enough energy left to be a wife, or energy left to be a girlfriend, or energy left for themselves. And it's, at the end of the day, you need you time. It cannot always be about all your children. Like, no, that children were intended to take every living second. Like, I'm talking about some moms is like, I'm talking about they got a shower with the baby in the bathroom with them. They got to use the bathroom.
Give them space
with
to
the
grow.
kid
Give them space
in the bathroom
to miss you.
And it's like, yo,
give them space.
What? Because you're not giving that woman a break. And then this is why so many of our ladies are dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, because they're just, postpartum depression. I went to a totally different direction. Postpartum depression, because it's like, your kid is 12 years old and you still got postpartum. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So,
but postpartum doesn't always have to do with them wanting to be around their kids. It actually could repel them from the kids.
Yeah.
But pretty much the balance of allowing your kids to grow, allowing them to have that separation, because a lot of kids, they do have separation anxiety. Like, no, mommy, why you have to leave me? There are moments where I have to explain to my daughter that, mommy's not leaving you. Mommy's just taking some time for mommy. Said I was with you 6 days this week, and today mommy's gonna take a break. And, just
nothing
reassuring
wrong with that.
her that I love you and I'm coming back. I'm not leaving you with grandma or whoever. I'm always gonna be back. And she has an iPad. She has my location. I have hers. Always check. You can always call me. But mommy needs this time.
Yeah.
And sometimes she cries, and sometimes she'll call me 1,000,000 times. We worked on that though. And she got better at it. And I think she understands now that it's not the end of the world when mommy goes away.
Yeah, she's getting older too.
Yeah.
Something that just came to me too, man. It's like growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we at least for me, I am a product of divorce household, right? And I didn't see my mom and my dad really date before they got their divorce. You know what I'm saying?
Funny.
I didn't see, it was very business like. He would be a pastor, going to different churches, preaching. Mom is at home with me, being a mom, taking care of me, doing she got the mother thing down pat. But now when I think about what I can remember, I'm not saying that they didn't, but usually our kids, they're gonna remember how mommy and daddy were in the house, because it's intentionally done in front of them so that they know, oh, there's love here. oh, mommy and
Right,
daddy.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
When she was speaking about taking your kids on dates with you. And I think a lot of the times we're afraid to show affection in front of our kids in a romantic way. But the point that you just said is why it's sometimes important, and to an appropriate scale, obviously. It's important for them to see that intimacy, that love, and that, because then the TV is going to show them everything that it's not. So them understanding that, and to bring that to single parents, it's not the same, I think, because it's just like, if I'm not too sure about a man, I would not want to bring him around my daughter and do the family date thing just too soon, But I've dated where people was like, yeah, we'll take you and your daughter out. And things like that just kind of show me where your mind is at, and you understand that I do come with a kid, and it's not just, I like you, I like you, I like you, and you're not including my daughter somehow, at least later on. I'm not saying in the beginning at all, but you just kind of involving her makes me feel like you understand who you're dating. So there are times where it can be a family, a little, not family because we're not a family, but where I'm looking to see her interaction with you and your interaction with her, because those things are important. And also her seeing that, okay, mommy feels safe around this person, mommy's, happy around this person. So I think that's important too, but just not the same as the marriage people. I feel like you should wait until you trust this person and they make you feel safe enough, and you still keep a big eye on them, because there's some crazy people out there.
Oh yeah, the creeps
fire for that.
Yep.
You said the creeps are out?
Yeah, there's a new weirdo every day.
The freaks come out at night?
Yeah.
Apparently,
no, they're in the day.
Yeah, right.
Because, bruh. Yeah, so
you got both perspectives. You got it from the married side, and you got it from the single side.
Also, I'm going to tap into the being creative part, right? From the married perspective. Being creative is definitely something that you should, like, if you're married, fellas, you got to find creative ways to be romantic in your house. Like, the way that social media is set up, it's almost like you have to be taking her to an island or buying a Birkin bag or giving her a drop. Like, no, a lot of that stuff is fake. Like, it's about,
and then their relationships still don't work out. So.
Yeah, you doing all, because like all these people with all this money, people that been flued out and this, that, and the third, it always ends. Most of the time, it always ends in a heartbreak. And it's like, look, a real one is gonna know. Like, look, you went, hey, you put the kids to bed early. You spread a blanket right there in the living room. You turned the lights down. You cooked a nice meal, candles, and you don't burn the house down.
Massage or something.
Yeah, don't burn the house down. Candles, all right. But and you do something special for your wife or your husband right there in the house. It's gonna hit the same way. And guess what? You probably spent less money than going and taking them to a fancy restaurant where y'all can't even hear each other because probably too much things going on, music, all that, and you're not, what I'm saying, you're not as comfortable because you're not at home. Because guess what? You do something nice for your significant other, the kids are in bed, it's candlelight, you're in the house already. I mean, y'all can figure out where that's gonna go, right? So, yeah.
That's good.
No, nothing else. I think we can end on that note that it's just important to just take time for you in both being in marriage or relationship, or if you're single and you're dating. Self-care is the best care. You cannot find happiness within anyone else. It's within yourself. So just do things that make you happy. Find that time. Because if you can't put on your mask first, how can you right? Drop them kids off. If you can't put on your mask, like they say in the airplane, like put yours on first before you assist someone else. So that's what I leave it.
Put your mask on first.
Word, because apparently COVID is coming back. So put your mask on
God
first.
Forbid.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But I guess
that's really it. Kamaala, man, thank you. Like, Just popping up here.
Thank you guys for having me.
Texas.
Right. Dallas, Texas, man. Listen, so we just wanted to touch on that topic for a little bit. Once again, we're so thankful for our homegirl Kamaala joining us on this episode. We appreciate you coming to hang with us. Before we go, make sure y'all go over to that YouTube channel, man. Subscribe.
And
Click.
like.
Yep. And also go over to our Instagram. Make sure you follow us. Don't worry, everything will be on the screen. You want to follow Miss Cam over here, that'll be on the screen. Without further ado, man, I'm your boy, Mr. B. This is your girl,
Miss Honey.
And this is
Killer Cam and the pod.
And we out, man. We'll see y'all again next time.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.